Hi, thanks for joining me today. It is Friday, November 27th. It's Black Friday, but it's also Fact Check Friday, and I'm glad that you've joined me today. I've got a great story for you. It deals with voting and Detroit, voting in the D, and we're going to do some fact checking about this. Now, I know right away you're thinking, Tom, this election is over. What are you doing fact checking things? Well, just because an election's over doesn't mean that we can't check the people that report on the election. Let's see how good they are, if they're factual or not. I think you were going to be surprised with the results that you find today. Now, if you are new to my channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button for more videos like this. I am Tom Coffee. Some people say I'm the world's greatest fact checker, and if you agree, hit the like button. But let's get into this story about voting in Detroit. Now, to explain this and to get into it, I'm going to use an article from the Oregonian. That's my local paper here in Portland. But this is an AP story, Associated Press news article, that goes out to all the papers across the country. So I'm sure you've heard of this story because it's been reported everywhere. And a lot of the other fact-checking organizations have also reported on it. I may say not exactly accurately, and we're going to get to that. But here is the story that I'm going to talk about. This is the Oregonian, and the title of the article is "No, Detroit did not have more voters than people." More voters than people. And we scroll down here. The Associated Press, who everybody trusts. The Associated Press supposedly has no bias whatsoever. We're going to find out if that's true or not. But the Associated Press checks out some of the most popular but completely untrue stories and visuals of the week. This one is bogus, even though it was shared widely on social media. Okay? So no bias in their setup. They're telling you that this is a bogus story. Let's find out. Claim there are far more votes in Detroit than people. Far more votes? What was the headline? The headline was more voters than people. You see what they did there? They pulled a little switcheroo on you. They had voters in the title, and then down here they've got votes. These are two different things. The AP should know that voters and votes are not the same thing. Now, one thing that I do want to be clear, when we fact check, first we say what the claim is. And in this case, we're going to ask, are there more voters in Detroit than people? Now, if I say someone's a registered voter, are they a voter? Yeah, of course. So it would be fair to say that registered voters are voters. Are you with me? Okay, easy enough. So when we're talking about voters, we could be talking about registered voters. And in Detroit, then people. Now, if we're talking about voters and people, voters being people, we're probably not talking about infants. Would you agree? Would that be fair? That if I'm talking about people voting, I'm not talking about 2-year-olds. Yeah, we're talking about people that are old enough to vote, people that are 18 plus. Now, I think you probably know where this is going. But let's go down here to the story. They say the facts. According to the unofficial election results of the city of Detroit's website on November 5th, there were 250,138 votes cast and 504,714 registered voters. Detroit has an estimated population of 670,000 people. False claims swirled after the Wayne County Board of Canvassers met to certify election results showing Democrat Joe Biden defeating President Donald Trump. One Twitter user posted on Tuesday, "How did Wayne County of Detroit, Michigan have more voters than people registered to vote?" So right there in the claim that was on social media, they're talking about registered voters. Okay, so let's go back to how the AP fact checks this. They say, look here, we got a Detroit population of 670,000, and we've only got 504,714 registered voters. What's the problem here? There's no problem here. And I'm going to let you in on how I fact check. What I do is I read a story, I stop and I think, and I say, does this sound right? And I looked at this story and I said, does this sound right? And no, of course not. Because the Detroit population that's 18 plus is only 461,630. Simple Google search, Detroit population by age, they tell you exactly. They tell you that 31.1% of people in Detroit are under the age of 31. We'll do some quick math. 670,000 times 0.689. That's how you would do it. And that brings us to the population of 18 plus is 461,630. Well, hang on a second. Do you see the problem? I see the problem. We've got 504,000 registered voters. And how many people are old enough to vote in Detroit? 461,000. Well, that number is smaller. Wait a sec. Are you telling me that there are more registered voters than people 18 plus in Detroit? And the man with the fancy microphone here that makes me an expert, I'm telling you, yes. There are more registered voters in Detroit than there are people 18 years or older. That doesn't seem right. Now, let's get to the conclusion. The conclusion, AP News is garbage. They should not be trusted. But unfortunately, in our country, AP News is trusted. It goes out to all the newspapers nationwide, and they reprint these stories. These stories that are so easy to fact check and so easy to realize what they're doing is misleading their audience. That's exactly what's happening here. I find it ridiculous that they can make the claim, and all you do is you look it up and you say, well, wait a sec. How many people? 461,000 that are 18 or older? And you got 504,000 registered voters? That's not journalism. That's not fact-checking. The AP sucks. And unfortunately, any news organization that counts on the AP, well, they suck as well. And, well, that's everyone in the corporate media. The entire corporate media quotes AP News all the time. And I think I've demonstrated in a very basic fashion today why they're no good. Now, if you agree with my findings, I'd really appreciate it if you could hit that thumbs up button, slap the like button. It makes a difference in the algorithm, and my video will be shared with more people. In fact, you can help me by sharing the video with people that you know that might be interested to find out the truth about what happened in Detroit. Now, even if nothing comes of this and, the election ends up being the way that it is, I think it's important to realize when you're being lied to by the media. Thanks for watching, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Have an awesome day. Peace.